What's up, everybody? Back again. About to share some knowledge with the people because the people have the right to know. Shout out to my man Louis V on the beat. We're going to get into this video. I want to talk about your country and what we're seeing and what we're witnessing now in real time and what's to come. Now, if you noticed, the West is falling. Babylon has fallen. Babylon has fallen and become the habitation of every hateful and unclean bird. Before I get started, I'm going to say that this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. But I want to talk about your country and what we're seeing and what to expect and why things are getting so out of hand, why things are so crazy. Well, what's happening now is at the top, the cabal, the globalists, the elitists, they're falling, they're crumbling. The illusions are failing, malfunctioning. So remember, the ish only goes one way, and that's down. So because of these governments and these countries and these prime ministers and these presidents, dignitaries, because of their connection and obligation to the elitists, so-called elitists, and the one percenters, and the Illuminati, and the people who are at the top of the pyramid, the all-seeing eye, Big Brother. That's why our country is going down the toilet bowl, so to speak. That's why our country is one big dumpster fire going down the toilet bowl. So because of that ish going one way down, which is your country now, there's a lot of division and separation going on. The governments are turning on the people. The people are losing their faith in the government, which you should never have faith or trust in your government. They're not here to help. They're here to exploit. So because of all this division that's going on, and the scriptures talk about this, they say, how can Satan cast out Satan? How can these devils be morally superior to one another? Because they're devils. They're working for Satan. So the scriptures also say if Satan's divided against Satan, then his house cannot stand. So there's a lot of fighting. There's a lot of internal conflict amongst the elites and the globalists and the governments of your country. So what the governments of the country are doing is they're doubling down and they're panicking. And it's turning into a police state where they're giving police all of the authority and the power to oppress the people even more than they already have. Because remember, with the issue only going one way, which is down, that pyramid gets smaller. So essentially it's the same system, but just on a smaller level. So what the government's doing is they're running military operations on their own citizens, right? Covert biological warfare, covert electronic harassment, gang stalking. Now, essentially, your governments are becoming the elitists, the Illuminati. So that's why you're seeing people acting the way they're acting. That's why you're seeing people lusting for power more than ever. Even everyday average citizens, because a lot of them are involved too. And they benefit off of the injustice and illegal proceedings of these globalists, of these elitists. And you'll see that in the fall, in the history of essentially all the kingdoms, where they kind of have the separation between the government and the military. But then when the country becomes destabilized, which these countries are becoming destabilized, you're going to see the military more take over. And that's what you're seeing, because a lot of these cops, they're ex-military people. So they have access to their information. They have access to their technology. And a lot of them are Freemasons in the police, in the military, in the government. So you guys see what's happening? So the same tactics that they've used and implemented in other countries to overthrow them, to destabilize them, to take their identity, now they're doing it right here on their own. It's not their own, but now they're doing it illegally to their own citizens, civilians. War tactics. And if you ever watch the police now, notice over the past several years, they don't really police anymore. They just manage these psychological operations. They get involved. They go and spread lies in communities. They make people think that people are helping them out on these operations, on these illegal operations. But it's all manipulation. It's all war tactics. Lawfare, they call it. They're weaponizing the law. This legal system over here is illegal. And people are waking up to this now. In the courts, the judges are Freemasons. Lawyers are Freemasons. Even bailiffs are Freemasons. So now you're starting to see the connection, right? Especially with this gang stalking, because gang stalking is what they should only be doing on threats to national security. It's what they've done to other countries when they've infiltrated other countries. But because of this fall of the West, because of the collapse of the Kabbalists, the global elitists, they're clenching down in these countries. And they're using war tactics on citizens and civilians. That's why it's becoming such a police surveillance state. Palantir, social credit scores. And they're experimenting on specific people, essentially what they're going to roll out to everybody. That's why it's important to spread this information. Because if they're not already doing it to you now, they're going to be doing it to you. Nobody's safe. Don't trust the government. Don't trust these crooked cops. Don't trust the Freemasons. Because they're all satanic devil worshippers. And they participate in horrendous rituals where they drink human blood. They take oaths to keep it secret societies. And if they have to, they'll lie about it. But they're being exposed now on a global level. Scriptures say the truth shall set you free. That's why we got to get armed with this truth. The truth doesn't need a lie or manipulation. It can stand on its own. And it can destroy wicked kingdoms and queendoms. Evil matrices. Babylon has fallen. So yeah, you'll notice that it's becoming police state. They're using psychological war tactics on civilians, on people. That's why the worldwide massive increase of immigration. It's the same playbook, devil's playbook. Don't believe these liars. They're lying to you. And they have all your information. They have all your medical records. They have all your education records. They've been tracking you already, probably since you were a little kid. So they know you, they know your family. They know your legal history. They know all your business. And that's what this gang stalking program is. It's a smear. Here comes a gang stalker. Look. Here comes. Look, I'm in a trail where there should be nobody. And that's what they do. They track you, they surveil you. I'm in the middle of like a 400-foot cliff. They don't even look human. Look. This guy doesn't look human. Look. Yeah, so that's what it is. That's what's happening. Pay attention. Because if you pay attention, you're going to see what's going on.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah. Yeah, be careful over there. It's dangerous. Yeah. You see what I'm talking about? And a lot of these people out here, they're not even people, man. They're bots. They're like government experiments. Ever since people got that thing in their arm,